What's going on, people? It's Flight Sports TV. I appreciate y'all for checking with me for another video. Listen, we're a few minutes before the start of the Eastern Conference semifinals between the Nets and the Bucks, but I really want to get into this Lonzo Ball story. I want to talk about the recent reports that just came out involving the New York Knicks and involving Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard is well, it's not 100% sure, but it seemed like the rumblings are starting to occur with Damian Lillard. I expect Dame to be available some point, either this summer or definitely all through the season. You'll hear trade rumors and all kind of shit happening. Jacob Alex says Lonzo's going to the Bulls. I don't know about that. I see Lonzo going either to New York, LA. Bulls is a possibility. I ain't gonna discredit that, but I hope he don't go to the Bulls. You know, Zach LaVine. People not touching on this about Zach LaVine. He's gonna be a free agent, I believe. Next year is his final year with the Bulls. So I see him possibly leaving. You know, so why would Lonzo go somewhere where the so-called centerpiece who hasn't done anything, hasn't even led a team to the playoffs at least. He look what happens. At least Julius Randle. I'm not saying Julius is whatever, but he's no superstar, but he did lead the team to the playoffs, so give credit there. So the situation was going on with Damian Lillard. People saying I don't think Dame will be leaving. I don't know. Who knows? I hope he doesn't because I'm a Portland fan. Shout out to the Blazers. You're a Portland fan. It's good to have different teams. At least you repping your squad. You ain't BSing. Listen, the Knicks and the Dame situation is going to cost an arm and a fucking leg. You talking about, I've heard it was going to take everything. And just me, I'm a Knicks fan and I know the history. We dealt with a situation like that with Carmelo Anthony where we pretty much traded pretty much the whole roster. The only people that was on the roster was Amari Stoudemire and Landry Fields. I think they was able to hold on to Landry Fields. At the time, Landry Fields was like an emerging, good young player. He ended up becoming not all that good. He ended up getting out the league. I don't think he did 10 years in the league. But nonetheless, this is a similar situation I see occurring with the Knicks because the reports are saying for Damian Lillard it's going to take about 3 first-round picks, a couple of trade swaps. So it's going to be more than three. It could be like 5 first-round picks, but probably like 2 of them going to be like protected and somewhat, or even like I said, swaps. And then it's going to take pretty much the whole entire young core. I'm hearing it's going to take R.J. Barrett, Emmanuel Quickly, Obi Toppin, Mitchell Robinson, and I believe some more. Yeah, and you pretty much decimating everything. Lee, it's pretty much to pair Damian Lillard up with Julius Randle, and their selling point is the $70 million in cap space. So pretty much you have Damian Lillard, Julius Randle, and $70 million in cap space. So that way let's see what happens. Dame is 31 years old. I'm not sitting here saying don't get him. Don't. That's a lot to ask. What about the pieces you're gonna be able to add? Is it gonna be the Portland Trailblazers in New York City? I don't know. So it could be a similar situation. What if no free agents come? Pause. But I do definitely see free agents signing with the Knicks with Damian Lillard being a selling point because now it's not just the New York Knicks in New York, the Garden. You have Damian Lillard. Your Dame Lillard will be in New York City. So nonetheless, hang on one second. Flight Sports TV. Sorry about that, yeah. But like I was stating, my man said, yeah, that's OD. Dame just asked for Jason Kidd to be his coach. I don't see him leaving. Oh, well, I mean, let's see what happens. But the Knicks have interest. They do have interest in everybody. The Knicks are going to always be at the forefront of any deal because the Knicks got all assets to make any deal. So the Knicks are always going to be at the forefront of every star that's coming out talking about they not happy, they want to leave. The Knicks will be in the mix. Dame ain't leaving Portland. Flight, honestly, let's be real. Lonzo, I'm about to get into the Lonzo situation in a second. So y'all need to let me know. I need to read what you just put. How you put facts and he just typed it. Dude said Dame ain't leaving Portland. Flight, honestly, let's be real. Lonzo has always been a second option until Van Gundy became his coach in New Orleans. Like starting from high school, he's always the second option. Yeah, I mean, it's not personal, but like I said, Lonzo Ball could be the second option for the Knicks. But if I'm the New York Knicks, I reminisce, I go down memory lane and that Carmelo Anthony trade where you gave up some pieces, where you gave up Danilo Gallinari, Wilson Chandler. These were good quality role players. Could you imagine if you was able to pair those guys up with Carmelo Anthony at the time? You also have Raymond Felton. I don't know if people remember Raymond Felton was damn near playing at an all-star level at the time. They ended up bringing him back eventually. They had Timothy Mozgov. He was an emerging young player at that time who was really good. So bottom line was that we gave up a lot. So the Knicks need to think about that. Seriously, before you just give up the house. They've done such a great job. The situation, if I'm the New York Knicks, I sign Lonzo Ball. I don't go through the situation with Dame because you got to think about it. Damian Lillard is 31 years old, right? Lonzo's 23. Julius is 26, right? The Brooklyn Nets is running the New York, not really running New York. They're running the NBA in so many words. It's just like the Golden State situation. Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Kyrie Irving, they got this thing gridlocked. So you might have to wait another 4 to 5 years for this wave to just die down. You understand? In another 4 such and such years, you talking about Lonzo emerging into his prime. You talking about Julius Randle. Julius is 26. He'll be 30, 31. He'll be where Dame is at right now, knee deep in his prime. You understand? So I think that's the time where when all of these people are on their way out. LeBron should be retiring at the time. AD should be damn near on his last leg with all these injuries. Kawhi and them should be winding down. I think this is what you need to be building for if you New York. I don't think the quick fixes and Dame in New York, it would be completely box office. Dame would be a mega. He'll be Michael Jackson in New York. I'm just gonna keep it real with the people. Dame would be like Michael Jackson on steroids in New York City. You understand? He'll take over the league in New York. But I just don't think that's a heavy price for the Knicks, and I don't see it coming to fruition because you give up all them pieces. What are you doing it for? To compete and possibly, hopefully, make the conference finals? Are you going to beat the Nets? So like I said, if it's Damian Lillard with a Kawhi Leonard, I think, okay, now you start to entertain the situation. If Dame is coming with somebody else, you understand? Does Dame have somebody for sure coming along with him? I think that's the only way you make this move. I think the Knicks should think about CJ McCollum. You need to think about things that ain't gonna cost much. You understand? Because the Knicks don't really need their defense is legit. Even though Trae Young carved us up, we need a point guard who could stay with somebody. Yes. Dame would do better than what the hell we got right now with the Knicks. Obviously, Lonzo Ball will be a significant upgrade on the defensive end. But like I said, if I'm the Knicks, I sign Lonzo Ball, who wouldn't be as much as Damian Lillard. So that's a good price. It says they need to work around Zoe and sign other free agents. But for now, the Knicks will be giving up way too much for Dame. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. I would definitely work around Zoe using Lonzo to almost help facilitate the offense for the other guys because the defense held up in the playoffs. It was just, pardon me, they wasn't able to hold up offensively to keep up with the Atlanta Hawks. That's why it may have looked like the Hawks were just running away with this thing. The Knicks just couldn't keep up the points. Imagine if you got Dame who can go off or whatever. Yeah, the defense, but you just decimated your roster. You lost it all. And now you just are subjected to mid-level exception players on the minimum. It could get real nasty. What's going on, Sega?
What's good, man? What's good?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. What up?
Yeah, what's up?
I just want to make sure things are clear here.
You can go ahead.
All right, man. we're addressing Lonzo's free
Correct.
agency option. So if we're looking at it, I will say that Lonzo would always be a second option because it's just Van Gundy that messed everything up. Because I'm not trying to put all the blame on him and say, oh, Van Gundy's the reason. But if you look at it, like he has always been the second option, starting from LA to New Orleans with Alvin Gentry, where he was the main facilitator, but he was the second scoring option. We see that transition. But now this I don't see I see him going back to what he has been used to in LA in New York. So the fear is he going to really adapt to Julius Randle and all these guys? That's the question.
You talking about Lonzo?
Yes,
That Lonzo wouldn't adapt to Julius Randle?
I'm just saying it's a question. Like, is he gonna adapt to Julius Randle and all these guys because it's a new teammate, new chemistry, new everything. So it's not gonna be like the same thing as New Orleans. Because I'm not saying that because New Orleans, Van Gundy just messed everything up with his prehistoric offense. He could have just ran with what worked, which is point Lonzo and have Zion cut to the basket because that's what worked. But you moved away from that what worked and go to point Zion, and point Zion just messed everything up because you having the ball in Zion's hand and having be the main facilitator when he's not really good at it. Like
Right. I hear you.
if you look
I
at
think,
Lonzo, give him
yeah,
a three, and that doesn't really fully work with his style. It's more, I call him a modern day John Stockton because he's that kind of guy that can adapt to a certain role, but he is what he is. But he can adapt to what you put him in. But he's not going to be great at it. But what he's
right.
used to is what he's used to. That's
Well,
that's Lonzo.
well, I want to add something. You was talking about Lonzo possibly adapting to Julius Randle and the New York Knicks, the parts they have. Well, I think Lonzo could help. Of course, it'll be different from New Orleans. It'll actually be better because he'll always have the ball in his hands. You look at a situation in New Orleans, you think, oh, Zion lobs when. Trust me, it'll be a numerous lob threats in New York. You understand? Going from Obi Toppin to Mitchell Robinson. I'm not sure if you know about these guys. Mitchell Robinson to jump out the gym. You understand? We already know Obi. He's a Skywalker. I believe there's some more people on this roster as well. I'm leaving out. RJ, get up. You understand? I'm just saying RJ's worked on his 3-point. Julius Lonzo will really help out Julius Randle because he'll be able to he'll get Julius some easy shots. You understand? You
I
know,
will agree because it's kind of like that Lonzo to Kyle Kuzma connection,
yeah,
where Kyle Kuzma's rookie year, like Lonzo was just getting him the ball every time, and they
yeah.
were shooting the ball. Because one thing I've noticed is that when Lonzo joins a team, the team starts sharing the ball more. It's kind of like I'm not trying to compare him to CP3 because at least CP3 knows how to balance the pace, whereas Lonzo is used to one pace. And if you don't run that pace, your team might have issues. So it's kind of I want to know if can the Knicks be able to run a running gun despite a grit and grind system because Lonzo is a
I
running
think
gun
so.
specialist. That's the thing with him. He's a running gun specialist.
Well, I
Can
think
you
Julius has got himself in shape. RJ can run. I
all,
think
all,
you got to add more pieces as well. Obi can run. Mitch, he just broke his foot, but he's still young. I'm not saying he's all right. He's almost like James Wiseman almost. You know,
that
um,
Wiseman? Why Wiseman all of
Mitchell
a sudden?
Robinson is decent. I don't know if you know about these guys they got in New York. What's
I
going
know
on,
Matt,
Marcel?
Yeah, what's up? What's up?
What's up, man? What's going on with the topic?
Chilling, chilling. Yeah. I was trying to because what he said about him fan with the like he said it's similar with LA because because he was a playmaker in LA, so he's gonna have the ball in his hands in New York. So I think now that he could shoot, his 3-point got better, and then like he could like honestly go to the basket if he really wants to because his height, just like Melo. So I think now he just like He knows
Yeah.
what he needs to do. So I think he could really, if he wanted to, he could really average at least 20 points. At least 20.
Yeah, I would agree. But the thing is, like I said, the Ball brothers are running gun specialists. So the difference with him and LaMelo, not trying to compare them, but the difference in him and LaMelo is that LaMelo, you can call the shots on both sides of the ball and he will fit. But he will be a best fit when he's a running gun system. We've seen that in Charlotte when they run a running gun offense with LaMelo.
Right.
The team blows teams out.
Yeah, you're
But
right.
so is with Lonzo, like they have a higher lead when they run Lonzo's way. But then things get rocky when the coach wants to implement a different system with them. So the question is that will Thibs be able to coach Lonzo to make him be himself while trying to make him fit his own system? Because a grit and grind system is you play hard, you play with heart, but now can Lonzo adapt to a grit and grind system in New York? Or is he gonna go to the Clippers where his own style would be the best fit because the Clippers already run the way Lonzo runs, so that's a great fit.
It would.
But
That'd be an amazing
I
fit.
mean, but the Clippers, there's some uncertainty, man.
number two, Jersey. That's the question.
Yeah, it's some uncertainty there. What's going on, Rave Kingdom?
Rave, you there?
Yeah, Rave.
Damn, we lost him.
Yeah, it's having some technical difficulties. But yeah, man, you make some good points, man. Like I said, but the Clippers, I kind of disagree because I don't want Lonzo to go in the situation of uncertainty. He might play well there with the Clippers because let's see what happens with their game 7 because if they lose in the first round, I think Kawhi's leaving.
You think so?
Why would you want Lonzo going there?
Yo, is my mic echoing?
Yeah, you
Oh,
good? You there? What's
yeah.
up?
Where you at?
Is my mic echoing?
Nah, you good?
Be loud and clear.
All right. I was going to say some. Well, actually, to respond to the guy about Lonzo's situation. Where I just want to say, I think wherever Lonzo goes, bro, I don't think it truly matters too much unless it's like the Pelicans. If you're going to invest in Lonzo, you have no choice but to run his style, though. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, you can't invest 20, 21, 22, 25 million in a point guard to say, oh, we're going to play against his style. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's going to happen. So if he plays with either the Knicks or whatever team he plays with the Lakers, they're going to have to play somewhat of his style because you're investing money into it. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel for the fact that his contract. But to the topic, yo, I don't know if any of y'all been paying attention, but has y'all seen the rise of comments in these messages talking about, oh, we should have kept Lonzo instead of Kuzma? I'm like, don't change your mind now.
Right.
I don't know if y'all see it too.
Anybody but Kuzma. But the thing is, nobody talk about Kuzma playing like shit. That don't go all over the internet. You see that?
Exactly. That's a fact.
Right. They're not even talking about Kuzma's issues, but they're like, oh, we should have kept
Lonzo
Kuzma.
missed 2 or 3 threes. He all over the internet.
Guys, as a Laker fan myself, I would really say honestly, Kuzma was trash in the playoffs, Mike. He was.
Y'all would have been better off with Josh Hart.
Way better.
Like he was unbearable. It's like unbearable to watch Kuzma in the playoffs. Like, bro, you saw the clip in the series, man. But honestly, we can't put all the fault on Kuzma at some point because there's still some things that needs to change. Like the guys looked like they were gassed. They had no energy. And then we don't even want to talk about.
Let me say something when you're done about Kuzma.
And then Kuzma, I don't know. Like there's still some segment in the Laker fans that still think like that Kuzma is more beneficial than Lonzo, and they feel like, well, Kuzma's better. And I'm like, I still can't fathom because when Lonzo got to your damn team, he got everybody moving the ball. Everybody was sharing the ball. It's not until Fluke Walton tried to mess everybody up, things start to go bad. But Lonzo still got everybody sharing the ball. They traded his ass in New Orleans. He faced similar stuff with Point Zion, and then End of story.
Right. Yeah. What I want to talk about something with we were talking about Kuzma, or some fairness to him. The Lakers, man, they don't develop no talent. We know they don't develop talent. They just trying to strike gold. Okay.
We're not
So they're not developing Kyle Kuzma. See, young players need develop. There's no player development program going on with the Lakers. You understand? That's why players like in New Orleans, people were able to blossom. Even Ingram. Ingram was in LA. He was doing the best out of all of them. He probably was the most complete. But he wasn't able to really do his thing how he really, once he got in New Orleans, he was taking over. His 3-point went up, everything got him improved.
Thanks.
But the Lakers, they just rushing everybody.
I don't think it's just I don't think it's just development either, man. It's something that says if you come to Lakers, your identity can go down. And I say that because we can go over the names like Marc Gasol. Did people forget Marc Gasol was actually good? Now people don't even like him anymore. When he
killed him until he was killing in Toronto.
Do y'all want to talk about? You could bring up Danny Green. Danny Green was supposed to be.
It was dirty as Montrezl Harrell. What happened with him? They're making him seem irrelevant.
Yeah, Montrezl Harrell.
They're about to put him out of business.
Before Montrezl Harrell. Yeah.
Player of the year candidate. Now they got this dude looking like he don't even belong in the NBA. He got to get the hell out of there.
I would love to agree with you because there's a thing. Here's the thing. With the Lakers, they already know they're not a developing team. Like some fans will believe that the Lakers develop young talent. They're not. It's kind of like with the Lakers, you have to have it or you don't. And shout out to Lonzo Stretch that one because he really has a point there. With the Lakers, it's like you have to have it or you don't. But with other teams, they will develop the guy into a star, some type of star, and they would at least see people at least recognize what they got. Like with Lonzo, we were able to see that he has the ability to improve year after year. We didn't get to see that in the league that much. Because do you have that type of notion of we're not a developing team? Every other team that are known to develop, like New Orleans, Charlotte, they develop their players. Like I might even say Borrego's a development coach. Everything else, just trash. And we're seeing that. I'm just hoping Thibs can actually develop Lonzo and get him off his inconsistencies and adapt into a system that he plays with heart because Lonzo plays with heart. So his question is, can he get into that system where he's gonna help him transition into success? That's the thing. Because we don't want to be hearing, oh, he can't take him to the playoffs. We want to hear he can help this team win. That's it.
Yeah, facts.
Well, the Knicks, they made it to the playoffs, so they need to make a run in the play. Lonzo can help them make a decent run. They could probably get out the first round with Lonzo.
Yeah,
because the problem was they needed help for finding shots. Julius was barreling to the fucking paint. He wasn't even, just everything was a work.
Yeah,
for the Knicks. Nothing was easy. Nothing was no easy buckets to get nobody going. You do hit a layup or two. The 3-pointers, it start to get, it looks a little better. It's a mess, man. Lonzo could, man, he'd be dangerous in New York. I hope he get to the Knicks, man. But I could see, don't be surprised if he fuck around and sign with the Pelicans on a 1-year deal and we're back around with this shit next year.
Son,
I hope that's not the case.
I'm gonna be tight. I ain't gonna lie. I hope not.
The way I see Lonzo is he probably might resign because of Zion, but I don't see that happening. Especially, I'm just saying, hypothetically, he might resign, but I don't think he will resign because of the way they treated him. Like, come on.
I'm saying,
let's break it down. You brought a coach that brings a prehistoric offense. And then you want to run points Zion because Zion is a franchise player. So you want to turn him into LeBron because you think he's like LeBron. And he's just a 50 cent or even 10 cent version of LeBron. Much worse, just a 50 cent Julius Randle that's athletic. And then that's all he's known for.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. He's not resigning. 1 year, I don't think so. Because what's his name said, David Griffin about him, talking about he's a solid role player. I don't know if y'all heard of that or so.
Oh yeah, we covered that.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, you covered that. But like, I don't know if I'm him, Lonzo. I'm not. Why would I want to stay there with somebody saying that to it? Like that's not. I find that disrespectful to me. I don't know. So I don't think he should even think about even staying there because his agent Rich Paul. So I don't think he. I think he getting out of there. And he better get out of there.
The Rich Paul, he ain't staying, man.
I kind of gotta disagree on what you said earlier though about you saying when you come to Lakers, you gotta have it or not. I don't think that's the case because because Danny Green had it. Danny Green was balling on the Spurs and had that mentality of a killer shooter and played his role, played defense and everything. He went to the Lakers and broke down. I think the Lakers kill people's careers.
Nah, I don't. Nah.
Really, their mindset is literally protect. Okay, we can go down the list of people who they break down people's careers. They broke down Montrezl Harrell's career. They broke down Marc Gasol's career. We can keep going.
I mean, you got a point with that, but not like their careers. Because it's like with Danny Green, he was getting his shots. Like he had open shots. Like he was not knocking them down. So it's like that has nothing to do with him. Marc Gasol, he's old. He's getting older. He can't even really do nothing but pass and shoot the three. So it's like, what is he really doing?
Well, LeBron James make everybody deem irrelevant.
That's what I'm saying, though.
This is a LeBron issue.
It is though.
What's going on, Danny?
Saying the Lakers, bro, saying the Lakers break down people's careers is straight up bullshit, man. Marc Gasol is a scrub, man. Stop.
What I'm saying, I don't know.
Nah, Marc Gasol.
I mean, okay, bro. Now he's a scrub, but you're not thinking about all these players that they picked up before they was on the Lakers, and we're not talking about. We're not even talking about when they picked them up. Of the 3 years of their hard work, I'm talking when they picked up Marc Gasol. Marc Gasol was balling. He was killing. You can't go that down. You can't be that downhill in 1 year.
Scrub. Marc Gasol is a scrub, bro.
Wait.
I'm not a Marc Gasol favor. He's
a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I'm not no fan of Marc Gasol. I'm just telling you. When they got these players, it wasn't like, oh, we getting this player and he's on the verge of going downhill. You know what I'm saying? They picked up Montrezl Harrell when he was the top free agent. Now he's nothing but a role player or less.
When they got Montrezl Harrell, everybody thought it was over.
Nah, yeah, you right.
Don't put that. But I'm saying don't put that shit on LeBron. That ain't LeBron. That's Vogel.
It's not.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. We're putting out LeBron
been cheating the game for years.
Come on,
bro. LeBron quit on his team. He's a quitter.
Come on,
LeBron.
I get titles, bro. Okay, let me give you your respect with LeBron. I know where LeBron is. I know what he's done for his community, the NBA. Finals. We know his success, the amount of points. I'm not taking away anything that LeBron does. I'm just saying, if you're on LeBron's team, you are a role player or less.
Basically.
And that is true facts. If you don't believe that, that's not. Come on, bro. You're not watching basketball if you don't know that's not facts.
Bro, you're deluded, bro. You're deluded.
All right, bro. All right, whatever. You're right, bro. You're right. You
got to be an overwhelming superstar to break through with this guy.
All right, bro. You're right.
I get what you're saying.
But LeBron is one of the greatest players in the history of the game of basketball.
Anthony Davis is still even looking like a role player. They're saying Anthony Davis didn't do it. Like, come on, bro.
AD be doing this thing.
Never mind, bro. Whatever. I ain't trying to take away. He must like LeBron, so I ain't gonna take that from him, bro.
I like LeBron.
I ain't gonna jump in that conversation,
bro.
I like LeBron.
All right, bro. You're right.
LeBron ain't ruin Lonzo, bro. LeBron ain't do nothing to Zoe, bro. Like, look.
Nah, yeah, he ain't do nothing.
I never said he did something to Zoe.
But like, I feel like this way this argument is going.
No.
Bro, but most people. All right, go ahead.
Because you see here, I could agree with Raven. Say the Lakers are known to be career enders, but are you trying to see that they're basically the MLS of the NBA? Is that your point with being career?
Bro, what I'm saying is the way they've been doing things, okay, the way they're handling players recently, not in the past. They have some amazing players that been history, like Will Chamberlain. We can go all down the line of historical players for the Lakers, but the way they've been handling things, it's like it's literally in a row for everyone to see. We got players who left the Lakers and became all stars. We got players who left the Lakers and became this, became that. We got people who come to the Lakers and downhill to a role player or less, or you got fans looking at them like, bro, you need to get them out the league. Because I'm just if you could pay attention, Montrezl Harrell was the dog on the Clippers. He comes to the Lakers and people booing him. You could really, your career can really go down playing with LeBron and the Lakers nowadays. That's all I'm saying.
All right, let me say something, because it's like, all right, last year they had a solid team. It wasn't like their team is completely different from last year. So it was like you probably referring to this just like this year, because last year it was fine, and the year before that.
Last year they didn't ruin
who?
They didn't mess up Danny Green.
They ain't mess. I don't think they messed up Danny Green. Danny Green
came off the Suns playing hard-nosed defense, knocking down shots.
You mean the Raptors?
Danny Green played. Raptors too.
He was playing solid. He wasn't.
No, you're right. He's playing solid.
Yeah,
but he was a bum. But he was a bum
saying all that shit,
he played with Lonzo.
Them teams is winning, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
So we could keep saying
LeBron. What team is winning?
What team is winning? LeBron ruined all these careers. Like, bro, y'all are ridiculous with that shit, bro. These niggas got to hoop, bro. Don't be playing LeBron say that. For them. They got to play basketball.
I ain't gonna say nobody. LeBron ain't ruined their careers. I'm saying LeBron misutilized some players. Is that fair?
I'm questioning that.
Bro, why? Come on, bro. We blaming LeBron for niggas being trash?
Oh no,
I'm talking more about the more recent players.
I'm saying the Lakers' career.
Like who? Trash?
We talking about
I agree with
Trash ain't LeBron. That's Vogel. That's Vogel not playing trash.
Okay.
That's Vogel, bro.
That's a fact.
Well, come on, listen. We all know LeBron is running the motherfucking organization.
LeBron,
we can't be that naive. We cannot be that naive.
Come on, Brian. This nigga.
LeBron ran every goddamn
LeBron is not the reason Trez is on the bench. That's Vogel.
Man, yes, he is.
All right, bro.
If LeBron wanted to
he was
the game, he would be in the game.
He was everything.
So you telling me LeBron, if LeBron wanted him in the game, he would be sitting there?
Bro, Vogel benched Montrezl Harrell. I don't know about all them other stuff y'all talking about. Vogel benched him, bro.
It plays a part both
because of that.
Yeah.
I think,
bro, like when does this become cool to blame LeBron for everything? Like I'm seeing this all the time. LeBron ruined this guy. LeBron ruined him. LeBron stopped being great.
Nah, he ain't ruined nobody, to be honest.
No, I think you're I
think he's missing a point.
I think he's using what people have said and getting to mixing my words with it. Yeah. I'm just saying the way it's been handled, and not just LeBron, just the Lakers. Coming to the Lakers recently, like past 4 or 5 years recently, the past seasons, even whether it's LeBron or the Lakers, I'm saying the way they're handling it wrong.
James
Harden.
Sorry,
man.
I don't mean to cut y'all off. James Harden just went. I think something happened with James Harden.
For
real?
Something happened with the hamstring. Nothing serious. I don't know.
Damn, you better not. Jeez.
Man, I don't want the Nets to win. I know you from Brooklyn.
Hey, let me tell you
Queens. I'm rooting for the Bucks.
Nah,
I don't care who win though.
Yeah, well, I don't care who win, but
I'm rooting for the Bucks. You say you want the Nets to win?
I want the Bucks to win. Fake.
Yeah, me too. This their chance now. They better win this game.
Thanks.
If they win this game, they're gonna put the pressure on Brooklyn.
Yeah, where they
beat Brooklyn.
They in Brooklyn or they in Milwaukee?
They in Brooklyn.
Oh, they in Brooklyn. Oh shit.
They could beat Brooklyn.
Now they can't beat them niggas. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh man, and the comment section even said what I said. I didn't even think about that.
What?
Even when Kevin Love numbers dropped down, but a lot of players their numbers drop down playing with LeBron, bro. I'm not putting everything on LeBron, but you can see a difference when people play with LeBron. You get what I'm saying? You can see a difference. I'm not hating on him. It's just you can see it.
That's LeBron, of course. Like, you know, he got to get his. That's LeBron. Like, he gonna score. He gonna do everything he needs to do.
Right. I agree. But
I get what you're saying. But,
yeah, you know what I'm saying. I'm not taking nothing from LeBron. He's very respected. He will always go down at least the top 5 greatest player to ever play. So I'm never going to take away his stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm not disrespectful. I'm just saying the way they've been doing things and how they, you know what I'm saying, how they handle players is not good. So, you know, you can see it. If you can't see it, you're either you're not watching basketball, you're so delusional because LeBron's greatness that you can't even see how a lot of players like is going downhill. You know what I'm saying? When they play with LeBron, or they're I don't know, or they become like a role player. It's just I don't know. It's bad. It's really bad.
It depends on things because with LeBron, it's just like you have to understand his expectations. Because I'm not even gonna compare him to Kobe because with Kobe, at least he pushed all that hard work ethic. Like if you bring all the hard work into the court and put all the effort in, yeah, you got his respect. But with LeBron, you have to do more. You have to understand. Look at it like this: Danny Green missed so many shots in the playoffs, especially in the finals, Game 5. We could have won in Game 5, but Danny Green missed the shot, and the next thing you know, next season, he got his ass moved out.
Mm-hmm.
But Danny Green's career went downhill while being in LA. So I was questioning that. Is the Lakers really career? And did they really affect Lonzo to the point that you say, well, the Lakers are just a bad franchise? Because I could think of many bad franchises, and one ball brother isn't one of them.
Facts.
Like, isn't the worst one of them all?
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna cap. When it comes to Lonzo Ball, you know, if we go back to the topic, it's crazy because I hope y'all starting to see this stuff. You know, they really starting to connect Lonzo to the Lakers now.
I was about to save that for another topic, but yeah, that's definitely in the works. Because there's a situation with Schroeder. Schroeder might be looking for more money than expected, and then, you know, that right now, you like you were stating the way the Lakers and LeBron they value players, but how you think they're looking at Schroeder after a first round exit? You think they're gonna give him $20 million?
Nah, not at all.
There you go. So, that Lonzo might take 18 to go there. You know he a Rich Paul guy. It's all aligned.
Exactly.
Well, you can go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're right. Then Magic Johnson even said Dennis Schroeder got to go. I was like,
It's crazy that you said that because intellectually honest, what's going on?
Yo, what's up, Flat?
What's up? You actually dropped a video today about Lonzo and maybe going to the Lakers, right?
Right.
Everybody go check that out on Intellectually Honest. Y'all go subscribe. So let's get into that situation. Can you let the viewers know your thoughts on Lonzo possibly going to the Lakers? What's going on?
Yeah, I think if you're and like I covered in my video that I posted a little minute ago, I think that the Lakers are going to try to do it for just a few reasons. I think they're going to try to stretch open, like keep that championship window open for LeBron. And if you look historically, whenever superstars start to age, the good franchises they bring in, or they bring along a young player to try to keep that window open. Like when the when the Spurs, when Tim Duncan started getting old, you know, they brought along Tony Parker to kind of, you know, keep that window open. And then when Tony Parker got old, they brought along Kawhi Leonard to keep that championship window open. You know, so the Lakers, you know, because they have contracts that they can get off of easy. They got Schroeder didn't take the extension. Lonzo Ball, it just makes too much sense from a business standpoint and from a LeBron legacy standpoint not not to bring him back because it's gonna bring in eyeballs because Lonzo Ball is a brand by himself. You know what I'm saying?
That is true.
Yeah, so they're gonna bring in Lonzo to the crowd is gonna be into it because I'm like, oh shit, Lonzo's back. That's gonna be the talk of the town anyway. And they're gonna be
intellectually honest, I'm gonna cut you up. I just dropped the link in the live chat for everybody to go check out Intellectually Honest video. He just put out a video covering this. We're gonna continue to touch on it. I don't mean to cut you off.
No, it's good. Yeah, I appreciate that. But yeah. So it just makes sense. It's like the Lakers, just based off that one move alone, the Lakers will be the most talked about team in the league next year. You know what I mean? And that it is just the perfect chance for Lonzo to kind of recapture his star power because he's good. He's way better than he was when he left LA. So it won't be none of that bullshit going on. You know what I'm saying?
I will have to count.
Yeah, so it's just I mean, I ain't gonna talk too long, but it just makes too much sense. You know what I'm saying? The Lakers, I agree. I don't know who said it earlier about the Lakers not developing talent. I agree with that. They don't.
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I agree with it too.
Yeah. So, that that's why it didn't work the first time. Lonzo just wasn't further enough along in his development, and LeBron already being an older player at that point didn't have time to wait for Lonzo to get ready. But now that Lonzo's coming back ready, it's just they're gonna build that narrative. It's like the NBA, they like to sell superstars to the fans, and they like to sell narratives to the fans. So that narrative is just gonna be amazing, and it just makes too much sense for the Lakers not to do it.
No, well, here's the thing. Lonzo coming to LA would only help the Lakers narrative wise. If you look at it like star wise, I'm not so sure. Because I would say, yeah, Lonzo should go to LA because Dennis Strudel actually messed up by actually denying 84 mil contract.
Oh yeah, he fucked up. Yeah. He definitely fucked up.
Here's the thing. I would love Lonzo to come back and play with his favorite player because Lonzo said his favorite player in the NBA is LeBron James. So he's a LeBron fan. So now he comes back, play with his favorite player. Will we be able to see that same connection we get to see because it's a question. This is a question for you though, because you made this video. So I want to see, will Lonzo be able to come back, play with his favorite player, and we will get to see the connection we had when LeBron first signed with LA, when Lonzo recruited him. Will we be able to see that?
I think so. Because and let's not forget. Let's not act like it was trash when Lonzo was there. They was top 3 seed all year until
he got hurt.
So I don't want to sit here and pretend like that, like it didn't work the first time. You know what I'm saying? It was working. And I think now, and Lonzo, like I said, Lonzo wasn't a reliable shooter back then, but now he's coming back with this, pinpoint accuracy in his arsenal now. I think it could work.
Same.
Yeah. I see it working just for the fact that LeBron has finally woke up out of the darkness and said, okay, I guess I can't beat Father Time. You know what I'm saying? He's going to have to play a little bit off ball. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And if he wants to last in this league for another 4 years so he could play with his son, right? He's going to have to play off ball. I'm sorry.
Take his ass in the post and start playing around.
Right. That's why he hasn't retired. He's just waiting for his son.
Yeah. So and if Lonzo plays point guard, this time, LeBron's going to be able to last, and he knows that because he's going to have to play off ball. And I think the Lakers see that he has to play off ball because the more and more you put weight on LeBron's shoulders, the more and more he's just going to find himself breaking down. You know what I'm saying? And especially, usually these off seasons is not long enough for you to heal and recover and train. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not just healing, you got to recover. And then you got to train again. And then even after you training, you got to get ready for the season. So it's just like you can't put that much weight on his shoulders and then expect LeBron to stay ready to play a whole another full 84, whatever games it is for the season. So I feel like it should work.
Yeah, and that's true. I agree with pretty much everything you said with LeBron, and I think that's why it'll work better this time potentially, because like I said, Zoe's coming back with more in his arsenal offensively, and plus, and now with LeBron kind of like you said, waking up and realizing he ain't that guy no more like that. LeBron, he might be even the load manager a little bit and take some nights off and still have his trust that Zoe's going to be there to make sure everybody get good shots and stuff and make sure the offense flows.
Right. And I'm glad you bring that up because people forget LeBron said, Lonzo's really similar to me in mindset because, when LeBron is constructing the offense, just like say LeBron takes a night off, he knows that Lonzo can construct the offense. And I'm glad you bring that up because they could do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So when Lonzo comes in, we know that Lonzo will throw some lobs up to whoever's still on the team next season. Lonzo might throw a lob to Anthony Davis.
Lonzo, not to cut you off, but Lonzo can make passes that other people on that current Lakers roster can't make.
They can't.
We remember. I don't know how tapped in y'all was to that.
Me too. I think we talking. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
When LeBron was in the post, he was in the post.
And he was yelling. He was yelling with his hands up because he wanted that ball.
Bro.
Yeah, and Kuzma didn't even try to throw it because Kuzma knows he can't make. He know he can't make that pass, so he didn't even try. And LeBron was like, "Man, get like these niggas," LeBron, but Zoe would have got that ball to Bron.
I wish I could say I told you so to the media in Kuzma's situation, and I say that because Kuzma accepted that little cheap ass contract extension, and the media was all backing it up for oh my God! If y'all remember the media, they said they was oh, I don't know why Lonzo didn't do his extension like Kuzma did. Kuzma's smart. You stay here and get your money. I'm like, bro, stop it. Lonzo's smarter. And now Lonzo's about to be on the Lakers with a bigger contract than him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that'd be some shit.
It makes sense, man. It makes sense. But here's the thing with Kuzma. There's something called loyalty. Some players are more loyal than the others. Think about it. If Lonzo was with Demo, which was his best friend and his former agent, that he would have accepted that extension. But here's the thing. With his new agent, he's not going to be finessed by the team. Because, Ray, you have to understand, Lonzo was going to get finessed big time by the team he's playing with. New Orleans, they wanted to finesse him by giving him less than he requested. And Lonzo's not even asking for much. So now he's with the agent that will not allow him to be finessed and would demand more because if Lonzo's gonna say, "Well, I need 20 mil," the agent's gonna say, "You know what? Let's give him. Let's ask for 21 mil." That's the way Rich Paul thinks. He thinks big time.
Yeah. Rich Paul got that negotiation shit down to a science.
Allow Lonzo to be finessed, especially when he becomes agent as well.
Like I said, and I'm not saying it's a foregone conclusion that he's gonna end up on the Lakers, but I know, I'm almost 100% sure they're at least gonna pursue him. They're gonna, they're gonna try because it just like I said, it just makes too much sense. You saw your main guy pretty much struggle, to carry this team through the play, in the playoffs and stuff, and you seen that Anthony Davis is. He's fragile, you know what I mean? So it's
the glass in the playoffs.
Right.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna cap. It's kind of scary though, bro, because Lonzo's humbleness and Lonzo's
loyalty.
Yes, loyalty. Yeah, loyalty. It's almost too good for him, and I say that because it can get him in a lot of trouble with players, and I say that because these players, bro, are faking to him. They're Lonzo literally is making all these players look good, and they smile on Lonzo's face, but on truthfulness, they come on the court and they get all the stats and the points and all the star and the shine and the lights on them, and Lonzo's just in the back, getting talked about the media how he didn't do this or how he wasn't aggressive or how he didn't score. That's because Lonzo just got 10 assists because he had to make somebody look good. Brandon Ingram, this season, Brandon Ingram's like, yo, Brandon Ingram is his boy, right? Lonzo's like posting Brandon Ingram's stats and Brandon Ingram's like, yeah, Lonzo my boy. But all I see from Brandon Ingram is he goes up the court, asks for the ball, doesn't pass it to nobody, and looks good because he drove to the rim and got the bucket. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't even try to dare make Lonzo look good so he can get the most improved or something. You know what I'm saying? They're not trying to help him get his bag. Kyle Kuzma, he was playing with Kyle Kuzma. I really don't want to see him next to Kyle Kuzma. I mean, Kyle Kuzma, all he ever did was whisper, and Lonzo said, yo, let me get the ball, man. You know what Lonzo's going to do? He's going to pass the ball. I hate that. Sometimes, and I think it does bring up the fact that I do wish Lonzo brought up like an alpha dog in him, because I wish Lonzo just tell the dudes like, yo, shut up. Get out of my face. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, anybody, it's like, who's a trash player on the Lakers? Let's say let's say Caruso. Now let's say Caruso. I put you money. I bet all y'all my cash out. I swear to God, all Caruso gotta do is be like, yo, Lonzo, listen, I need you to set me up for 25 points and make me look good. I bet you Lonzo would do it. He didn't even care what he said. You know what I'm saying? Like, it sucks.
That's his personality, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's dope. And I was. No,
it's a personality problem. You go ahead. You were saying something.
Yeah. I was gonna say that's I think that's just his personality, and I think I said it on one of my older videos. I think Brandon Ingram is just bad for Lonzo, like because them being on the same team, like they might be friends or whatever, but I just think that being on the same, he's just bad for him because for whatever reason, like it happened on the Lakers too. When Ingram and Ball on the court together, the coach always lets Ingram be the point guard, and it didn't work in LA, and it didn't work in New Orleans. But I don't know why people keep trying to make that a thing.
Well, here
Ingram is not a point guard.
Let me make a comparison here again, because you guys, if you watch the Charlotte Hornets last playing game before when they got knocked out, you guys noticed how LaMelo was calling for the ball and practicing jumping jacks just to get the ball, and still didn't get the ball in his hand.
LaMelo, hold on though. LaMelo was not frozen out that game, bro. I don't know how y'all said that. I watched that full game.
No. I'm saying, I just want you to pay attention to that one instance, because I want to bring a point here about two different personalities. You guys noticed that, right? So if you look at Lonzo when he was in LA, when he passes the ball and goes to the corner, you don't see Lonzo move around and try to demand the ball like that all the time. You don't see him doing that. But whenever you notice his little brother, you see him just like, hey, pass me the rock. And the thing is that with LaMelo, he dictates, and he's more expressive. Lonzo is like, well, yeah, you're my boy. Yeah, I'm gonna let you rock. That's the thing, and it's good. It's affecting his play on the court in terms of like being good in front of the media. So the media thinks like he's a bad player because he doesn't demand from his teammates. He doesn't demand to score.
But that's what I'm saying. That shit right there is gonna have to change, bro. And I don't know if look. I'm not saying it has to change fully, but there has to be times where Zoe got to be like, yo, give me the ball, man. You know what I mean? Like, bro, I understand.
Mm-hmm.
I understand.
I agree.
I understand that's not his personality, but bro, like, you get into a crossroads in your career. You're getting to the middle of it, man. You it has to happen, bro. You gotta. I don't know how it's gonna come, but I just hope it. I'm just hoping that it could come someday. You know what I mean? Where
I think if he goes to the Lakers, it could happen. I think
it'll happen in like Chicago or something, because honestly, it's like a young squad.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
gonna fit in
Nah,
perfectly with
well,
all of them.
the reason why I say it could happen on the Lakers because I think when he comes back and like open out, he see just how much the fans
Oh
want him and
yeah,
like him and
yeah.
glad that he's back, and he sees that LeBron James, like I said, LeBron James sees the light now. He sees that he gotta back up a little bit because he can't do it like how he used to. So when LeBron puts more and more and more of that trust in him, like more so than the first time, even though LeBron kind of said that he wanted to do it like that the first time, his play style didn't show it. But now, like he's getting older, so he's gonna be forced to back up a little bit, and that's
Bro,
going and when and that's just going. I think that's gonna have a positive effect. It's gonna change
Nah, yeah.
Lonzo's
but
mindset.
Lonzo to LA got to be an other option. That can't be. I want Lonzo in LA, but bro, like I just don't like Chicago's just perfect to me, bro.
Yeah.
I
Uh,
think
Chicago too.
Chicago is cool.
It
I
wouldn't be
think
I
good,
wouldn't
but
say perfect, but it's
it's gonna
cool. I
go.
wouldn't say perfect.
What's the
Knicks.
status on
It's
Zach
cool.
LaVine though? Because it's like I remember at some point last year it was a rumor that Zach LaVine wanted to get out of there.
So I'm saying I don't know what they
Look,
trying to do.
I heard a report
Nah,
saying
bro.
Zach.
They gotta throw the max at him, bro.
I
They
heard
gotta
a
If
throw the
report.
max
LeBron
at him.
moves in
The team
Chicago
has the
Are they
and
team got
having
to
it?
show the
Lonzo
team got
comes, that UCLA backcourt will be fired
the team
because
got to
if they
Yeah,
show
don't
Zach.
get him back,
The team got to show Zach that they want to win, bro. So I think
because
this is a
Zach LaVine.
first step.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
they
LaVine
just
was an
need
All
It's your
Star.
first
They gotta
step.
give him the money. They gotta give LaVine the money,
It's your
bro.
first step, bro.
So
Sign Lonzo and get some great pieces. You know the Bulls got to do a lot this offseason, bro. You know what I
Nah,
mean?
that
And I
team
feel
is a whack. I ain't gonna
you got to get a lot of those scrubs out of there, man. That's
facts.
what I'm
yeah,
Them
saying.
like
niggas,
you gotta trade. They gotta trade away Thaddeus Young to get another power forward. Because I feel like
Yeah,
if another like stretch big power forward comes in with Vucevic, like Lonzo's Levine, Patrick Williams,
but like my
and
problem,
Goose, and
I don't get people saying the Knicks though. You know what I mean? That's me. Like
wait, wow.
that's
I didn't like the Knicks at first, but looking at it now, Knicks wouldn't be bad
terrible.
either.
That's a horrible fit.
But wait, how do you think it's terrible though?
Wait. Why do you think it's a bad fit?
Knicks is a horrible fit, man. They ruin
I
guards
think
all
I
the
think the Knicks,
time.
I think the Knicks could be a good fit. They got to speed up.
Speed
Knicks
up,
is a good
exactly.
Knicks is a good fit. Running gun system, grit and grind, something Lonzo can get used to.
If they
That's what I'm
play like
saying,
how they
bro.
was playing with Julius Randle, how to like the guard
Guys,
pass to him.
guys, I said it earlier. Lonzo's a running gun specialist, just like LaMelo is, but LaMelo can
Yeah.
fit in the system. So the
So
thing with Lonzo is that he's used to being running the pace. So he
yeah,
needs a
Yeah,
team like that. So it doesn't matter if it's LA or
Yeah, it
the
don't matter.
Clippers or the Knicks or the Bulls. It has to be the team that runs fast and wants to run his way, or else GG's.
Yeah, it's quiet.
I mean,
Cause no,
so
listen, not for nothing. What y'all like? Cause I remember on a couple episodes ago, Flight and y'all was going in on Julius Randle and the Knicks and how they showed up or didn't show up in the playoffs. And I think what we saw was what Magic Johnson was saying. Y'all remember that episode where Magic Johnson was trying to
yeah,
smoke Stephen A? Yeah,
yeah,
and I
and he
did
and,
that.
yeah.
I agree
You
with
heard
yeah,
that?
he
that.
was yeah, and he was saying the problem with the Knicks is that they don't get easy buckets. Everything
right.
everything is a grind. So in
Yeah,
that
being
regard, yeah,
It matters in the play.
so in that regard, Lonzo Ball would be exactly what he needs.
yeah, I think I don't know how he felt that it's a bad idea for Lonzo to be on the Knicks, but I just feel like Lonzo can fit on the Knicks because just for the fact that for one, it don't matter what team he goes. If you're going to pay
Yeah.
a point guard a 25 million, you know what I'm saying? If you're gonna
So
pay him that much money, you have to play by him. Or
yeah, but that's
even if you don't fully play his way, you have to evolve him in some type of way because you paid that money for him. You're investing, you know what I'm saying? You're actually
yeah,
investing in Lonzo Ball. So you're saying is I invest in Lonzo Ball, that means I have to evolve him in what we do. You get what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
if you watch the playoffs with the Knicks, they just needed a passer. I mean, good God, they just needed a passer. I mean, they literally kept passing it side to side because they didn't know who and how to rotate that ball.
That shit
If
was tough.
Lonzo comes in, they're gonna see how great Lonzo's passing is, and they're gonna have to trust Lonzo to move the ball with them. That's just truthful, and that's what they need.
Hey, you are right because there needs to be ball movement on that team. I too noticed that they were looking sloppy.
yeah.
But here's the thing with just the Knicks, man. Like They need to get rid of that point Randall BS.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Randall is not a
Not
point guard, just like Zion is not a point guard. Zion and Randall are just the same player, except for Randall is taller
And
and
Randall can shoot.
cut to the basket. So you gotta understand people's playing style. You need a point guard that can understand players' play styles and feed them the ball. So you are right, but I feel like the point is that many of these guys here are just worried about the scheme that the Knicks run, that it may not suit Lonzo's play style. That's the thing I too am worried about. So Thibs' scheme, will it work with Lonzo, who's a running gun specialist? Will it work with him? That's the real question.
If
I know Julius Randle can work with it. I know
of
Julius
course.
can. Yeah, but and I don't think Lonzo is gonna be looking over his shoulder for somebody taking his spot. Because like my dude just said, if you pay somebody that much money, you ain't about to just bullshit them. You know what I'm saying? If you invest that much money in somebody.
Yeah, because it's not like what we seen before with Lonzo. It's not like we see Lonzo coming into a situation where he was traded in or he's a part of this rookie deal or he's just here to be here. You know what I'm saying? This is actually you're saying Lonzo's available and we're going to invest money in you. So for me, it's just like if you're going to do that, you must be saying Lonzo's actually going to be involved. You know what I'm saying? Like you're going to be a part of what they do because you don't invest money in that. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all ain't going to invest in a custom car and put LED lights and you don't use it. You just sit in the garage. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all want to. I know y'all want to turn that shit on at nighttime, let it glow. You know what I'm saying? Okay, hey, that's me.
But the LED lights will be useless anyways. So what's the point of installing new LED lights when you bought a custom car? So
but that's what I'm saying. But I'm just saying that. But why invest in it if you ain't gonna use it?
Yeah, bro, that's exactly what I was saying on my last video. I was like, when Lonzo gets paid, bro, he's not gonna let no coach, no team hurt his development because he knows how good he is. He's not gonna let nobody stop that. Like the next season going on, like he's not gonna let that because he said he wanted to be an all-star. So he knows what you have to do to be an all-star. So
Yep, he know what he got to do.
So, I think next year is his breakout year, bro.
Yeah, gotta be.
He said himself, bro. He wants to be an all-star. So
This
if you
shit
want
he
to be
could
an
have been.
all-star,
Or this shit he could have averaged more than what he averaged if he was getting the ball.
if he got to the line,
he got to the line.
getting the ball more. Yeah.
I think that's gonna be the next step for him.
Get to the line, bro.
Yeah, I know people say he need to work on his finishing and his layup package and stuff, but I think he really just need to. I think he really need to. Because think about it, he averaged like what 15 a game this year.
Yeah,
Let's say
without
he
even getting
got
to the line, bro.
Yeah,
so
he could have easily been averaging 18 a game. That's just 3 free throws.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like he leaves a lot of.
I think we're going to see more. Yeah, I think we're going to see more of a complete Lonzo because he's worked on his shot. He's worked on his free throws, mid range, and he's worked on some of that shooting stuff. And this offseason, I don't be surprised that he works on his finishing, his layups, his layup package, his dribble moves.
I think his finishing always been there since his rookie.
I feel like what he needs to work on.
I don't dislike his finishing, but at the same time, he has to put it together to finally say, hey, I'm an all-star. You know what I'm saying? So I know he's going to put the entire package together so people can't complain all the time about something. If Lonzo ain't shooting too much, he needs to drive more. If Lonzo's driving more, no, he needs to shoot more. It's always something. So we got to get Lonzo where his off seasons where he put all the packages together where you can't complain about something. You know what I'm saying?
But what an underrated thing, bro, is his handles, bro. Like I feel like he should work on that more because if he I'm not saying he can't break down his defender, but he needs to have more moves because he has to step back. But we need more like a hezzy, a crossover spin. Like we need some more stuff in the bag. But I think he could get that done this offseason, like LaMelo, like the handles like LaMelo. Like his
I
handles
was
aren't bad though. His handles aren't
Yeah,
bad.
yeah. Lamelo's people gotta understand. Lamelo's is a flashy type player,
Yeah,
and
he
what
is.
people don't understand is Lonzo was. If you remember when Lonzo played in that summer league when he got drafted, he was active. He was active flashy. He was active flashy as well until Luke Walton killed his confidence. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Lamelo's just doing what Lonzo did until Lonzo got his confidence cut off because Lonzo was acting flashy and acting super joyful and excited, riled up, and then you know what I'm saying? Because that's really what LaMelo's doing, y'all.
That's what
Literally,
he's doing.
yeah, LaMelo is literally making everybody excited just off of his energy. You know what I'm saying? If LaMelo didn't dribble not one time, people would enjoy watching LaMelo just off of his energy. You know what I'm saying? Because people bring that energy like that. You know what I'm saying? He's just a fun person to watch.
Yeah, I think
Lonzo,
confidence is definitely has a lot to do with the current state that Lonzo has been in, the slow start, I
right,
guess I should say. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if Lonzo fully gets his confidence back. More and more eyes is going to be more open to looking at Lonzo more. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not going to be so harp on what he does because he's bringing that energy this time, like he was in the summer league. You know, if you remember the summer league.
Especially if he has like a coach telling him, like, Zoe, I don't care if you miss a shot, bro. Just keep taking it. If you get to the rim, shoot the free throws. I want you to shoot the last clutch free throws to close out the game.
I think Luke Walton. I think Luke Walton really messed him up because
Luke Walton crushed his confidence. Bro.
Yeah, because that's the first time in Lonzo Ball's career where it's like, damn, all right, I missed 2 shots and I'm getting yanked. You know, I'm getting yanked out the game because it's like, you know, so now he puts it in his mind like, damn, I can't do shit out here. He's like, damn, I can't do shit out here because Luke Walton
That's why I feel like
take me out.
I feel like the end of the games this season, Stan had to do like a part of it, like, you know, when he gives the ball to BI like 50 seconds left and shit. But like half of those games, bro, Zoe could have closed out himself.
What I'm saying, he could
have closed it out himself.
Yeah,
Daniel Harp said,
I don't know what he's talking about.
Daniel Harp in the comment section said he needs to bulk up so he doesn't get bounced around the paint when he drives.
He's already good, bro.
I don't think
Zoe gets bounced around.
No, I don't think it's a weak issue because you can clearly see he's been in the gym with muscles. You know what I'm saying? He's getting there. You know
his body now to his rookie season, bro. He got big.
Right.
Especially his second year, you could see the difference.
He just gotta work on. To me, I don't think it's the finishing. He needs to work on.
He need to do it more. He needs to do it.
Yeah, more confidence to just go more into the paint. You know what I'm saying? Just more confidence.
He just needs to do it more.
Yeah. Well, I would agree with Ray and say that confidence is the issue. Because the thing is, if you pay attention and watch Lonzo's games closely, you always notice that teams just leave the paint wide open for him to just drive, and he still goes up to 3. When they close him out on the 3 and know that, oh, yeah, he can shoot, and they would just say, you know what? Why not go to the paint? See, It's not about, like, that's why I would disagree with Daniel Harp and say, well, he needs to bulk up. It's not about him bulking up. It's about him developing the confidence to attack the basket. So this offseason, the most important thing to work on is confidence. Then we should talk about finishing, then handles, because finishing includes floaters, layups, dunks, which he's already good at. Then everything else, like, that's where finishing entails. But the most important thing is his confidence to attack. Because you're leaving you wide open. So attack the basket regardless. They're baiting you to go inside. Go inside. Take what the defense gives you. That's what I want to see from Lonzo. Take what the defense gives him.
Yeah. It's crazy because let's say I was Lonzo's trainer, bro. You know what I really would do? If y'all watch YouTube, you know, people who be getting together to ball out, you know what I'm saying? There's college players who just be hooping, you know what I'm saying? At the LA Fitness, you know, they be just be hooping. Who cares, yo? And I feel like if I was Lonzo's trainer, I would have got a couple 7-footers from college, put them all in the paint and say, yo, Lonzo, just keep attacking the basket. We'll tell you some things you can do to more. I don't care. That's really what I would do. I would literally get a group of guys and make Lonzo say, hey, you cannot shoot. I want you to play against these guys, and I want you to only drive. And we'll because as a trainer, I can tell him what he probably should have done better. You know what I'm saying?
No,
You
and
know,
that's why I told you the last stream I told you, Lonzo and his trainer, like at the end of the season, they look at his stats and they look at things where he needs to improve on. Him and his trainer, they look at his end of the season stats and they go through
Well,
like all the percentages and stuff, all the things he needs to get better at, and they work on it.
yo, he has the same. His trainer is the same trainer that trains Rajon Rondo, the same trainer
Yeah,
that CP3 and all these guys. So the thing I want from Chris Johnson is that just tell Lonzo, listen, I'm gonna set up like 7-footers, and I need you to bully them in the paint. You can't shoot threes because if you take threes, the thing is like if he keeps taking too many threes, and then he will not make most of them. So it's like, well, why are you taking threes, my guy? Like
Yeah,
that's the issue.
right.
You have the wide open paint attack. Like we always I can compare him to Ben Simmons, but the thing is that he's a better shooter than Ben Simmons. But Ben Simmons is a smarter driver than him because
Yeah,
Ben
well, the thing,
Simmons
not to
gets
cut you off.
It's the same.
Yeah,
what he
not to
doesn't.
cut you off, just real quick. I just want to make a point real quick because Ben Simmons comes up a lot. When we talk about Zoe. But I would say the difference is the biggest difference is Ben Simmons is confident in what he can do. Even like however limited it is, he's confident in whatever it is he can bring. So it's like that's why to me that's what separates stars from non-stars. Like Ben Simmons, it's like, all right, I can't shoot, I won't shoot, but I'm gonna drive it hard as hell, and either y'all gonna foul me or I'm gonna dunk. So it's like, yeah. Nah, yeah, you can keep going. I
he's
ain't
not
gonna like
confident in
just
his
stop
free
you.
throw shooting though. His free throw
I mean,
shooting
yeah,
is
he can't even shoot
terrible.
free throw. I mean, I don't know.
That
He
don't
can't
stop him
shoot.
from driving though.
Right.
You're
Well,
right.
Good job. Yeah.
listen, y'all. We're gonna be back on live later on tonight after this game. So I want y'all to come back around that time if y'all not doing nothing. All right.
what's the
All
game
right.
tonight? What's the game going on?
Or the Bucks and the Nets. So they playing right
James
now.
Harden,
It'll be
James
okay.
Harden out for the rest
It's
of the
okay.
game.
It ended. I think they ended the second quarter.
All right.
44-47. All
All right.
right. Everybody hit that like button. Most definitely hit that subscribe button. It's Flight Sports TV.